Hello, everyone. Welcome back to week 15 of the Mediak podcast. This week we'll be we'll continue looking at the Marvel movies with Captain America, but also Wonder Woman just came out on Christmas. And speaking of, I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas with their families and friends and all that stuff. Jack, how was your Christmas?
Yes. Not too bad. I guess like everybody else's, you just kind of stayed inside, but you know,
Yeah,
that's
that's
how it
just
is.
how it is. We love to see that. What was your favorite gift this year?
Oh God, I don't know. Oh, you're putting me on the spot here. Uh,
You don't have. It's not like you're gonna hurt anyone's feelings.
yeah, but now that you asked, I feel obligated.
Yeah, you have to think
Um,
about it.
I got this cool racing jacket, so I'm gonna say that. That I've been waiting for.
That's sick. And your brother got a gaming chair.
Yeah, he
Or
did, and I built it for him.
RAP is posture. Never
Oh,
again.
really?
Yeah.
It's
Wait, you didn't hear
wow,
about that
that's
stuff?
unfortunate. No,
Like people hate sitting in those chairs for over like an hour and a half because it just hurts their back. And the people who truck through it, they get that gamer posture.
nice.
Yeah, we love to see it.
Yeah,
I can't
well,
wait to see
yeah,
your brother in like a couple weeks, and he just is like,
he's got gamer back.
yeah, he got gamer back. uh, that's so funny.
I
You
know.
wanna hop right into? I would want to get Wonder Woman out of the way first because I feel like that'll take up the majority of the time, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and
I'm okay with
also
that.
it's newer. People wanna hear that more, so we gotta say that right now.
Yeah.
Um, what is your initial opinion? Like, give me just like a rating, real quick, like 1 to 10.
Um, Probably like a 6-ish.
Mm, yeah, I thought of it as a 7. It's
Yeah.
weird because I watching the movie, I was like, this is not terrible, but I was also expecting the worst superhero movie to come out of our like of the DCU. For some reason, when I watched the trailer and I saw the terrible CGI of Cheetah, I was like,
Yeah.
this is gonna this is gonna suck. And it wasn't terrible. Like I found myself enjoying the movie for a lot of the time, and I wasn't bored. But I think the reason for that was because I was also playing on my phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
Like I could sit through it, but not necessarily begrudgingly, but like I was like,
yeah, it's just like it's not okay. mm, There's some it had the potential to be such a better movie. I thought that the beginning scene was dumb, and
yeah, it went on for way
it
too
went on
long.
for way too long, and my family disagreed with me on that. They were like, it needed to happen to get the like point of the theme through. But the theme is
Yeah.
like you have to stay truthful and not lie or cheat or something like that. But they only
Yeah, like
mention
you
it
can't
twice,
cheat
at
your
the
way
very
through it.
beginning and at the very end. So like I don't understand how it connects more into the story. Like if they had a theme that connected into Diana giving up Steve, that would have been a lot better in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could say that in a way she was kind of cheating death, like or cheating fate, and she had to stay
Right, and she got
truthful. But
him,
like,
yeah.
I don't know, that feels like a stretch, you know?
Yeah, just I don't know. I felt like it was cool, but it would have been a lot cooler if it was shorter.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, if you just completely cut out the well, whenever I was watching the film and they showed the at the very beginning they showed the golden armor, I thought that
Yeah.
that was gonna be like a hint to like how she came back to Themyscira and like stole the armor or something like that. But then they just give it to her.
Yeah, right. She just
And
appears with it.
I was like, why? Like, I feel like this would have been useful any other time. Like, a lot of this movie kind of ruins the rest of the DCU because being a Wonder Woman movie, it's a prequel to all the other movies that came first. But she has so many overpowered powers that she just doesn't use in the other two movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I,
It's kind of
I guess she
ridiculous.
didn't really need to fly or control lightning and against Darkseid. I'm not Darkseid. Doomsday. But in Justice League, that was a world-ending villain, and she was like, you know what? I guess I'm not going to use those powers.
Right. Yeah.
It's
Like it
stupid.
nah, doesn't really. I don't think it's
Yeah.
useful right
Yeah. You know what? Whatever.
now.
And the
All it
fact that
is.
she can turn things invisible, that is the most overpowered power
Yeah, it's
ever. What the hell? What if she
yeah.
turned
Well, I
herself
mean, that was like
invisible?
I was so excited when she did that because like I always thought that was kind of like a fake thing. Like she always had the invisible jet and I was like that's cool, but that's so silly it can't exist. And then
Yeah.
I found out in this movie that it's actually a thing.
You didn't wait, you didn't think that the invisible jet was a thing?
No, I thought it was like a
What?
joke.
How?
I don't know. I don't follow like Wonder Woman's.
Oh,
I don't
word. I
follow
guess that makes
DC,
sense.
so
Yeah, I like DC a lot. It's just not the movies. The comics are really
yeah,
good, but the movies are just
yeah. But I
one
did want to
thing.
mention
Yep, go
up
ahead.
in the beginning bit, like you were talking about, there was a lot. I think they could have cut because there was a little bit of like spotty wire work where
Yeah,
like
terrible.
it was really floaty.
The
But
mall scene, like specifically that one, I do agree with
oh
that
yeah, that one too.
because
Well, I was saying
it
like in
looked.
the beginning.
Oh yeah, yeah, the very beginning. But
Yeah,
I had a gripe with that. Obviously, this movie was kind of poorly made, and granted, this was edited during COVID, but
right.
it's there have been like even Tenet looked better, and that also was edited during COVID. And
Yeah,
this
exactly.
should have had a bigger budget, I think.
I
Um,
definitely think so,
yeah,
especially for it being the follow up. Like
to
they got to
like a
put
Wonder
more effort
Woman.
into it.
Yeah, it was like Wonder Woman was loved by everyone.
Okay.
One good compliment I can give about this movie is that Pedro Pascal as the villain was amazing. I loved his
Yeah, he was
and
cool.
the fact I thought I was blown away whenever he wished to be the Rock. Like I wasn't expecting that. Like
I
out of any
I would
wish
have
he could
never
have had,
guessed that.
I would have never guessed that. And it was genius. It was very
Yeah,
smart. And in my head I was watching this. I was like this could be really good if they capitalize on it. And they did. Because
yeah,
like there wasn't like a big CGI fight at the end with Pedro Pascal. He just was like he had power and she
yeah.
convinced him
And
out
he
of it.
wasn't like he wasn't like bad. Like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was
I wrote that down. I
just
was
a
like I said
painfully
how is
American
Mando
businessman.
a bad guy? Because like everything he does with a good purpose. He just takes a little bit things out of it. Like
Right, and which makes a really good villain.
he never has like world domination. He doesn't think like he doesn't want to destroy the world. He just wants to be number one,
Yeah,
which
he just
is
wants
awesome.
everybody to have what they want.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I liked it a lot. Pedro Pascal as a villain was really well written, and that actually leads me to one point that I discussed with Corey about this. I think this script was written, and then they just edited in Cheetah because they wanted to have another Wonder Woman villain in the movie
Yeah,
because
like a yeah.
she doesn't fit into the movie like at
No,
all.
not really. She's definitely like a side whatever, which is funny because she turns into Cheetah.
Yeah, and
But
it's
yeah,
disappointing because
yeah, and you totally notice that, like exactly what you said,
yeah.
because like she's the most selfish, like stupid person.
Uh-huh. And the thing about it is like you could tell the writing with her character specifically is a lot worse than everyone else because when she is in the scenes, she just kind of appears. Like in the White House scene, she just is there for some reason. And then
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
also at like she gets her powers way too quick. Like you don't have time. You have the one scene of her being oh nerdy little klutz girl. She asks for help, but no one wants to help her because she has glasses on. You know,
Yeah,
that's like the only scene of her being looked down from people, and then there's like that boring conversation scene with
right.
Diana and her, which is whatever I guess, and then she just gets her powers,
Yeah,
which is
and
too
it was a
fast.
lot of yeah. It
It's
was
pretty
just
garbage.
so whatever. And she was everybody else lost so much more, and
Yeah,
she was like, "I want to be cool
yeah. Like
and
she probably
rude."
was bullied as like a kid or whatever, if that's what the movie was trying to tell her to be. But like, it just what did she lost her personality? That was what they said she lost, right?
Yeah,
That
like
was
her
dumb.
warmth.
That was like that is another good reason of why that was just like an add-in because that is so dumb.
Yeah, and I
Makes no
honestly
sense.
would have liked to see more of Cheetah
I
because
would
Cheetah's
have.
kind of
I would
cool.
have liked to see like one a good animated one. It
Yeah,
looks garbage, and they tried
yeah,
putting it at nighttime so that you could see it less, but it still was it was just
right.
really
Yeah,
bad. Yeah, it looked worse than the Hulk fight, and that one was made in 2008. Ugh,
yeah, yeah.
it
That's
was
kind of unfortunate.
yeah. Well, I actually really liked. Well, actually, okay. I don't know how I should phrase this because I did enjoy it, but apparently it's not okay. That the house Steve came back to life. I thought that was really innovative because whenever I watched the trailer and I just saw him back, I was like, this just doesn't make sense. I don't know how they're going to be able to explain this away, but it's not actually him. It's just him, his consciousness inside of another guy.
Yeah, which at least makes a little more sense.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she like saw the dude after.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. There's some articles online talking about how that's rape on Wonder Woman's part because
Oh, I
because
guess.
yeah, because the guy unwillingly had sex with her because someone else is controlling his body.
Yeah. Okay. I guess.
Did I just ruin that for you?
Kinda. I didn't even consider that. Because
Yeah,
I think mostly I didn't even think about that because you see it through, which I wrote because it was kind of weird because you always saw old Steve, but
yeah,
you had to keep in the back of your head that it's actually a different dude, like a
yeah.
completely different dude.
And like okay, this is weird, but it's not like the other guy wasn't like handsome. He was a pretty handsome guy, but he wasn't Chris
Yeah.
Pine.
No, no, he wasn't Chris
No, no,
Pine.
no,
Of course
no. Of course not. It's Chris Pine. Come
not. Oh, all right.
on.
It was just, yeah, that whole scene where they're trying to explain that and that he like didn't know it.
Yeah, yeah.
And he
It's
looked in
just
the mirror and
it's
he was like,
weird.
"Oh, I'm not Chris
I thought it
Pine."
was so funny whenever she woke up looking like Gal Gadot, and then she looked over at him, and he just had Pop Tarts in his mouth.
Yeah, that was
It was,
funny.
I love that, and he was like, "I had 3 pots of coffee and 4 Pop Tarts this morning. This place is crazy."
That whole scene with all the outfits and stuff was really funny.
Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot too.
Yeah, like they made the movie very clear that it was in the 80s.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I also okay. I'm sorry for stuttering, but my brother mentioned this to me randomly during the movie. He goes, "You know, Bruce Wayne's parents are probably dying right about now." And I was like, "What?" He goes, "Well, think about it. If Batman was like 40 in 2015 when Batman versus Superman came out, if you do the math, he would be like young at the age in which his parents would get shot in the alley at the time period that Wonder Woman 84 is taking place."
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell? Why why did you just think of that? And why is it true?"
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Do they remember it?
What do you mean?
Like all these people, were they like, "Oh, remember that one time I wish that you were dead?"
I don't know. This movie breaks continuity so much because like Batman doesn't know about Wonder Woman at in Batman versus Superman, but like she is just out there. Like at the mall scene, she's just running around saving people left and right. How
Yeah,
the hell does Batman not even have an iota of it? Like, okay, granted, I did say he was young in this movie, but it doesn't matter.
right.
Like if she's doing this frequently right now, why would she stop later on? Also, this is
Yeah.
like a world problem. There definitely were other superheroes that found out about it. It's just the
That's
continuity
what
is
I was
gone.
saying. Yeah. I wrote down I didn't even think that like Batman was a child at this time, but I did write "Where's Batman?"
Yeah,
Like anybody else. I don't know.
no, I understand that too. Cause like I have some of the problems with the Marvel movies. Like after the Avengers, in my head, I was like, "There's almost no reason for there not to be Avengers in any solo film."
Yeah.
But they kind of fixed that quick. I mean, it's not actually. I don't know. We'll talk about it more whenever we get there, which will be in a couple weeks. Why did Pedro Pascal throw away his plane ticket that they found in the trash? Me and Austin were talking about that because it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I really don't know.
Because
That's
like
weird.
he would need that.
Yeah, you would need it.
The one part in the movie where we like openly laughed was whenever they were taking off in the jet, and she was like, "Oh, they can like see us at any point," and he goes, "Well, shit, Diana, that was Chris
That
Pine."
exact quote down. Literally stole a jet. Forgot to mention radar. Well, shit, Diana.
Yeah, that was really funny. I thought flying in the fireworks as cinematic as it looked, that is so dangerous. Like they
Yeah.
could have got hit at any point and died.
Yeah, right. And they did get hit a bunch. You could
Yeah,
hear it
they
going
did.
pew, pew. Yeah,
uh,
that was cool though.
it was cool. It was really cool looking. You know what
Yeah.
was cool looking but was really stupid?
What?
When she lassoed the thunder. I mean the lightning.
Fucking literally, I was just about to
Like
say,
she
I
was
think I
flying.
know what you're talking about.
She's flying already. Why does she need to do that?
And
That
can she? You can't lasso lightning, can you?
well, one, no, you you can't. It doesn't last long
Yeah,
enough for
it's
you to do
plasma.
so. That too, but
Oh,
like
yeah, and that must have been impossibly slow, or she
yeah,
was going lightning
she
fast.
was going lightning fast, but then that also like she gets there so late.
Yeah,
There's no it doesn't make sense.
yeah.
And
It was cool, though. It looked sweet.
yeah, that's why it was a trailer shot, but
Yeah, yeah,
it felt so out of the movie though.
yeah, just because that's fucking impossible. Even for a superhero. Lassoing lightning. That is just ridiculous.
there there's a scene where Cheetah is like yelling at the guy who like tried molesting her, and she like grabs him by on his arms, but both their
Yeah.
arms are like below the camera, so you can't see like what the hell she's doing to him. And my brother got confused and said, "So is she grabbing him by the balls?" And I thought that was so funny because like that's like the same reaction. Guys would have the same exact reaction. We
Yeah.
just
Oh,
stop.
yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do? I
Honestly.
I did write down for that scene because she like beat the shit out of him, and then the homeless dude walked up and he was like, "What did you do?" And she just walked away like whatever. I think you totally could have been like, "This guy was catcalling me and coming on to me, so I kicked the shit out of him," and he would have been like, "Oh, okay," and then
Exactly.
walked
There's like
away.
not a bad reason for that. Like
Yeah,
if someone is trying to molest you and you beat the crap out of them, you probably won't go to jail. That isn't a
yeah.
bad thing.
That's self-defense. There's
Yeah.
no problem with that. And she was just like, "Oh, I don't
Uh
know," and then walked away.
yeah. I mean, she did kind of like really beat the shit out of him, but like
Oh yeah,
honestly, who wouldn't?
right. I mean, if I could, toss some dude into an armored truck and dent it,
See, that
I
wasn't
would.
what I was saying. I was saying who wouldn't beat the shit up out of a molester?
Oh well,
But
that's
like
what I implied. Oops, oops, oops. Not just any person, specifically that man, for
uh,
legal purposes.
for legal purposes, I also would beat up molesters
If I had cheetah powers.
if I had shooter powers. Ugh, God, the CGI looked terrible in this movie. It was so bad.
Yeah,
I wrote DC sucks at people running because she looked so weird as she was
yeah, she
running,
did look weird. It
and
was
like
totally not her either. You could tell.
it was gross. It was really gross. They also messed up the Flash running from Justice League. I don't know why. Like, do they just tell all their actors to just run weird? Or like I saw they put so many fucking wires on Ezra Miller in Justice League that he just had no choice but to run like he was fucking figure skating. It was so gross. I don't know why they do that. I have it written down that the armor was just so dumb. It was like not strong at all. Jack, you still here?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah. No, sorry. I was There's a dog barking, and I was trying to close a window to see if I could get it to whatever. So if you hear dog barking in the background, I'm very, very sorry.
Little gremlin.
Little gremlin.
Little gremlin. Ugh.
Yeah, you were saying the armor is like just didn't do anything. Oh yeah, because
Yeah,
Cheetah kind of just tore through it, didn't
yeah,
she?
and like okay, so at the beginning of the movie, well, not at the beginning, when Diana explained it, she said that the armor had the strength to hold back the world, and that armor just gets absolutely destroyed in like a
Yeah.
second.
So either Cheetah is the world,
Cheetah's the
or
world, or
that
nope,
was a lie.
that's the only one. That's the only option.
Yeah.
Austin was like, I can't believe you actually thought that it was gonna be able to hold back the world. There was like only 10 guys there. And he was like, it had to have been a figure of speech because there definitely wasn't enough people there for it to be classified as the world.
Yeah. 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 Trying to think what else happened in the movie.
Nothing. It was 2 hours and 30 minutes
Yeah.
of just
It was pretty,
that.
yeah. I felt like it was very mediocre because it was all entirely cliche, but the moments where they weren't cliche, it was cool.
It had such potential. Like
Yeah.
I like going into movies not knowing what is going on because I don't like spoilers, and I like experiencing the like story firsthand
Yeah.
instead of knowing what's going on. They had such potential with the villain, specifically Pedro Pascal. Cheetah was kind of bad. but that was a really good concept and a really good idea that in my like I haven't seen in my life I haven't seen something like that done and it could have been really awesome, but no, they didn't capitalize on it as much as they could have because
Yeah.
they did capitalize on the idea, but the entire movie wasn't focused on him as much as it should have been because Sheeta should probably not have been in that movie.
Yeah, right.
It was like
Cheetah Cheetah had the amount of cool that Broly did because she
no,
was just kind of mad,
it was
and so
different
was
though
Bro.
because
Like Broly.
Broly was like Broly was the main villain of the movie and it wasn't like
Well, I'm saying just backstory
I
wise,
guess.
like they
Well,
were just both mad.
The original Broly.
Yeah, yeah,
Current
exactly.
current Broly is a little different, but original Broly was just anger, and that's
Yeah,
everyone hates
exactly.
that part about him.
Right.
So
So
like,
I would imagine most people would hate
yeah,
Cheetah, which sucks
I
because
hope that's how it is. I know Moist Critical gave this movie a 40% just because he said it was boring, which is also
just
understandable. I would give it a
yeah,
little
I get
higher
what you
than
mean.
that, because like
I would give it a little higher.
I, I was thinking like if you can do points, it would be like a 6.5, 6.7.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
But if you have HBO Max, there's no reason for you not to watch. Um, that I don't know what that I'm trying to say. There's no reason not to watch this movie if you're looking for something to watch. But if you don't
Yeah.
have HBO Max, don't waste your money.
Yeah,
Don't go out to
exactly.
see
This
it
is
in
not a game
theaters. It's
changer.
better to stay safe. Like this one is a skip if you want to.
Yeah, right. I
Yeah,
mean, we're both quite nitpicky when it comes to movies,
yeah. I mean,
but
I guess
like if
anyone can have fun with it, but
right. Like my mom, I'm sure would enjoy it. Like she would
yeah,
love it.
my mom did enjoy it. My brother enjoyed it, but a lot of the times I'm not looking for the same stuff that we do. As a general enjoyment factor, like as a fan, I kind of enjoyed it, but there was those all those story details that just kind of got to me, and I was like, there's no way I can give this a high rating with how I saw it.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I agree.
Yeah, on to Cap'n.
Sure. Capping.
Cap'n. That's what I
Captain
wrote down in
Crunch.
my notes, by the way. I have them
Fucking
split. I have Wonder Woman
okay.
84.
Before we get here, do you ever have a problem with Chrome where randomly your browser will switch to Yahoo? Does that happen to you?
No, is this supposed to
Okay.
happen to me?
No, it just happens to me and it makes me mad. If that
Oh,
happens to you, DM me. I need somebody to like feel my pain because it makes me very frustrated all the time.
I don't. I mean, I should have just said yes because if I don't have an explanation. You don't want an explanation. You just want someone to agree with you.
Yeah, no, I just want somebody to like revel in the same pain as me.
Yeah, I mean, good luck with that.
I well, it's not like it's just inconvenient because then I just have to go to settings and change my default browser from Yahoo to Google. But I
You
never
have to do
changed
that
it to
every
Yahoo.
time.
Yeah, well, I mean, it happens like once a month, so it's not
Oh,
like a
okay.
big deal. But like, just like why? There's no reason for it to happen.
I guess so.
Whatever.
You want to talk about Cap'n now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I actually have a lot of notes for this movie, a lot more than I had for Wonder Woman, so there's a chance that we might be longer on this one.
Okay, that's good. You can
Um,
take point then, because I didn't really like I didn't really take notes with a lot of these ones that I already watched because I
already watched them.
mainly just kind of yeah I already watched them and so
Well,
I just
a lot of
kind of
these movies I've never looked at with a critical
yeah like
eye. I just
a
kind of like
quit's eye.
watch it as a fan. And this is actually one of them that I didn't want to go back and watch because I didn't like Captain America for some reason. Like I liked the character of Captain America, but for some reason the first Captain America movie, when I first saw it in theaters, I didn't like it. So every time like it was ever on, I never paid attention. I was either like playing on my phone or talking to someone. So like I never really gave the
I actually
movie.
kind of yeah I
No,
kind of I sit with that.
you agree with it?
Yeah, because I don't know. Captain America always seemed bland to me, so I never really paid too much attention.
The thing is, I disagree with that after rewatching it.
Oh yeah, I think I'd say that now with like a more mature eye,
Yeah, like
I could say that he's a cool dude.
yeah, I love this movie. Like rewatching it was this is probably my favorite movie we've done on the podcast so far, purely because of the fact that my opinion legitimately changed on rewatching the movie because
Yeah.
it, for some I I really should have watched it again before this. Like I feel bad that I've gone these last couple of years thinking this is a bad movie when in reality it was. Like the reason I have so many notes for this one is because as the movie was going on, I was writing down what I was thinking at the time, and for some reason, I thought that Hitler didn't exist in the Marvel universe until rewatching this movie. So, like, I wrote down, so did the Nazis exist, or is it just Hydra? And I was like, I don't understand what's going on here. One problem I did have with the movie, though, was a very small problem that not many people would care about because it looked cool. But at the beginning of the movie, when Red Skull shot the guy, he had blood on his Hydra symbol, but he was so far away from that guy, so there's no way the blood would be able to reach him.
I get what you mean. Actually, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I was just like, what the hell? That doesn't make sense. I thought
Yeah.
the CGI for shrinking Chris Evans was really good. Like,
Oh yeah,
it looks so good.
yeah, I always thought that,
Yeah,
honestly. Like even back whenever, I thought it looked really good.
yeah. I like the feel of the movie. Whoever directed it did a really good job of making the movie feel like an older film instead of one of the current ones.
Joe Johnston.
Joe
I
Johnston.
think this one definitely stood out among all the Marvel movies. It
I
just felt different.
I do agree. Like, I don't know why, but as a kid, I didn't like Captain America, but now I like really do. Me and my brother and a bunch of our friends would do the Marvel movie marathon. I think you know about it, Jack. But
Hmm.
we would start watching the Marvel movies like in order of how they happen, like Captain America first, and then Captain Marvel, and then so on and so forth. But we did that every couple years, and I never like I just I should have watched this movie. I don't remember the point of me bringing up the Marvel movie marathon because as I was talking about it, I completely forgot what caused us to move into that. But you know what? It's okay.
Yeah.
Um, the at the Stark Expo, that's fine. We could laugh at myself later. We're gonna roll because I have 3 pages of notes.
Christ.
At the Stark
Okay.
Expo, there is a suit in a glass container, and I think that was the original costume for the Human Torch.
Oh shit, really? I didn't
Yeah,
notice that.
yeah. Also, I like how
Huh.
Tony's dad is literally Tony.
Oh yeah, like in every way.
Yeah,
Like I remember thinking that was Tony, but being like, oh no, that's physically
yeah, and that's
impossible.
amazing. I love it. It's so well
Yeah.
done. I also like how the tech back then is better than it is in the current age of Marvel, and I thought that was really funny. How he had
Yeah.
literal flying cars.
Except that, yeah, the one car goes like kaput.
Yeah, I mean, okay. In a few years, that's what he said.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. This movie is really quotable. Like I have just like four consecutive lines of just quotes, and one of them was like, "This isn't about me," and I was like, I think the reason why I never liked Captain America until now was because I didn't like this movie, and I didn't. In all the other movies, I was thinking, oh, he's just so pretentious. He's just a dick. But like, he really isn't. Like all of the things he's saying isn't him just saying the right things because he believes it's right. That's legitimately what he believes. Like,
Yeah.
and I feel bad that not feel bad because he's obviously fake, but like, you know what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say?
He's like unapologetically corny, but he means every word of
Yeah.
it.
How
Yeah,
could
and
I? You're
yeah,
taking
and
all the stupid with you. Love
that's the
that.
charm of Captain America
Yeah.
because
I
he's just a quintessential superhero.
Yeah, he's just a legitimate good guy. I also
Right.
like how they show how good he is at the beginning part when he talks to the doctor, like that little test of the doctor asking him questions and you get to know all about him. From one of the
Right.
first
Yeah, that was
questions where
nice.
he
It was
was
a good
like,
little background.
yeah, where the Steve asked him where he's from and he said Germany and he said, "Does that trouble you?" And Steve goes, "No," and he legitimately means that. And he also says, "I don't want to kill anyone." He just doesn't like bullies, which is awesome. It shows how perfectly he fits into the role of Captain America.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I also like how when Agent Carter kicks the shit out of that guy, whenever he's talked, like they ask him a question next, he deepens his voice because he just got a shit rocked by a girl. I think that's funny.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. uh, Steve is like watching it again. There's no other possible choice for a Captain America, and they did a good job of showing that. Like there wasn't, they didn't show off any other soldier being a good guy. They only showed Steve being a guy, like the the
Yeah,
running candidate for that, and the backup guy that damn it, I forget his name, the general guy that at the end of the movie he goes, "I'm not kissing you." You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, I have no idea what his name is, but
I have no idea what his name is either, but he said that there was another guy that they were going to choose, but he was also the one that got fucking rocked in the face by Agent Carter. So I guess that was a good way of showing that literally Steve is no competition.
uh, Colonel Chester Phillips.
Sure, I don't I don't understand the grenade scene because like he could have ran away. No one was in the blast radius whenever they ran away. So like him jumping on it would do nothing but kill him instead of killing no one.
Honestly, I never got that.
Well, I
Like, if you
think
have the opportunity to save everybody, why would you not do that and instead kill yourself? You're just harming the team.
well okay. I think that where they were trying to show was okay. So the doctor and the colonel guy, they were talking, and the colonel, I mean the doctor said one of them said something about needing guts, like they needed to be brave or something like that. So then he threw
Right,
the
so it
grenade.
demonstrated that.
Yeah, it obviously demonstrated that he had guts, but still on Steve's part, that's so stupid.
Yeah, it showed that he wasn't smart, but he was brave.
Yeah, he was very brave. It just wasn't very. It wasn't a good idea. But they were acting like that was a good thing too. They were like,
Yeah,
"You're still
exactly.
skinny," but like, come on,
Come on.
come on. And then obviously like you connect the callback of what's his name, the doctor telling Steve that he's not a great soldier but a good man. And if you are go to Endgame, the very end of that movie, when Captain America is leaving, he goes up to Sam and calls him a good man, which is kind of like a hint to what happens a little bit later on in that movie, where he gives him the shield and tells him to Captain America. So that's
Huh.
a little. Did you ever think about that?
Interesting. No.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
remember. Don't remember it like that.
you
But
didn't remember it like that. Lovely. I also like this little hint of whenever he like gets injected with the transformation stuff. His like they do the Hulk thing where his like you know what I'm talking about. That happened twice in the Incredible Hulk where they zoom in close to his face and show his eyes like as his
yeah.
yeah. I thought that was a little cool callback because if you didn't know this um the the serum that Hulk takes in that movie is the failed to recreate super soldier serum from this film.
Oh.
So that's
Oh, I
why they
didn't
did
know that.
that. Yeah.
Huh.
Also,
Oh, actually, you know what? I not that I did know that, but like I had an idea about that, like just thinking, and then I was like, nah, that's stupid. But that's cool that it's actually true.
yeah, that is pretty cool. I like how they did that. It's just connecting the movies a little bit more. I'm gonna burp. Excuse me.
Nice.
Sorry. um, did you know that the actress who plays Peggy Carter, when she saw Steve, like she like went to go touch him and stuff, and she was like freaking out. That was not acting. That was her legitimate reaction to seeing how fucking massive that guy is. And Jesus, he is fucking massive.
Yeah, he's
He is
huge.
huge. He's a big man.
Yeah.
And some people call like I was watching reviews, okay, and they
Yeah.
said that it's a plot hole whenever he starts running after the car because he doesn't know that he has the strength to catch up to the car, or he jumps into the water and he doesn't know that he has the strength to swim not fast enough to get to the submarine. But I never thought of that as a problem because
He was
even
just
if
gonna
he
try
didn't,
anyway.
yeah, even if he didn't have that strength, he was gonna run after the car. He was
Yeah.
gonna
It
try
had
and
nothing
jump
to
over
do
the
with his
fence. He
strength.
was gonna try and jump into the water. It doesn't have anything to do with that. So I don't know why. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't
I
matter.
think that's when critics and whoever get way too nitpicky and they to the point where they forget the character in the movie
Yeah,
itself.
and they're just wrong.
Yeah, that's just exclusively wrong.
Yeah, I also like how they had the boy swim. I like that because like in all the previous old movies, a kid would get thrown into water and the hero would have to jump in and save him. But he was like, "Go after him! I can swim." I love that. I also said whenever he jumped onto the top of of the taxi. I was like, thank God he got lucky enough and wasn't shot. That would have been a really quick movie.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Should have
also
moved.
Captain America is a cheesy hero. It's just kind of weird because he has the most vibrant suit, I guess, out of all of them. Like it is the hardest to give him a comic accurate suit in a series that up until this point was rather realistic, and I think they did it in a very good way by not putting him in the army and have him eventually just like make a suit like that, but they made him into like a comic book character at first, and I thought that was really smart of them to do that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like that. It was cool. I like how he keeps a notebook throughout the movies. Like in this one, he's drawing little pictures of himself as a monkey.
yeah, it's
And the
cute.
next one, I forget what I think he's also drawing. I don't know if this is an actual scene or it's cut out. I get a vague memory of Captain America sitting at a cafe, like looking up at the Empire State Building, sketching a picture of it. I think it wasn't cut out scene though, so that might be a
Oh,
little
that would be it.
yeah
Because I mean, I don't really remember that, but I don't remember most things from these movies. So
loser. And then in Winter Soldier, he's writing out movies
loser.
and stuff that he wants to watch because he missed them. I also like the stuff that he wore into the first battle, which kind of seems weird because it's just this goofy cartoon suit with a leather jacket over top of it. But I think that looks badass.
I think that looked
It
badass.
does though. Come on.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Hey, how skilled are you?" And he goes, I'm crazy. I knocked out Hitler 250 times." I thought that was funny. Gave me a little giggle.
Yeah, give him a little giggle.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you noticed this, but remember whenever that one girl like went up and kissed him, they started playing the villain tone whenever that happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
Like,
like obviously she's not a villain, but it's gonna cause a little stray in the
yeah,
plot. I also like how even though he's a big buff man, he's still really awkward and uncomfortable. It's kind of funny to
yeah,
me.
that's the best part. That really shows you his character.
Yeah, I like that too. Again, I look over that in the other movies whenever I shouldn't, and I have a new found respect for Captain America because of this rewatch, and I think that's the best thing to come out of it. And another
Yeah,
good thing to
right.
come out of it was Bucky's fit whenever he died. He looked clean.
You look
He
clean.
did. Did you check that out?
Uh, I I don't remember. I think I was overshadowed by uh the Wonder Woman fits.
Oh yeah, those are also really nice
Yeah,
fits.
because I watched that just now.
Oh word.
Yeah.
Um, what was I gonna say? Dang it, it's gone. I don't know what I was trying to say here. This is my last note, and I said they should have know the game was before he died.
Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna
Yeah,
speculate on
I
that
can't
one.
translate that one. I don't I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking there. It's just
I just don't know.
I don't
I
know.
could not tell you.
God, Captain America is really good though. I want to get a movie. I want to get a movie with him going through and doing a bunch of different stuff with his team.
Yeah, yeah, that would be cool.
Because like I don't know if they ever like completely explain this, but he went on a lot of missions and he came across like other supervillain type guys back in the 40s before he went
Okay.
into fighting the Red Skull and got sent to space. But actually, after knowing that the space stone is that tesseract, it's so obvious. I don't know why I didn't put it together whenever I was coming up with theories back whenever we didn't know what all the stones were like in Age of Ultron because it's so obvious the space stone. It like literally makes this like space at one point in the movie.
It literally makes
No, it
space.
does. Like it literally. Okay, whenever it takes him away, he literally just it's going into the galaxy.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I'm just stupid.
Well, I mean, I didn't notice that, but I mean, I don't know any of the. I didn't know the Infinity Gauntlet was like a thing.
Yeah, dumbass. Want to start talking about a little bit of news?
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
actually, one sec. I just want to bring up. I didn't realize it. Or I didn't remember until now. We got a lot of mixed responses on our Wonder Woman. Whatever. I put up a poll that said, or that was asking like what people are thinking like if Wonder Woman's going to be good or bad.
Yeah.
Let's play a little game. How do you think it went?
Mm,
People thought it was going to be good, or
I'm gonna
more
say the
people thought it was
majority
going to
of
be bad?
people think it's gonna be bad.
It was a almost 50-50 split, but more
Really,
people thought it was going to be good.
really.
Mhm.
How many people did we get on that?
11 people voted.
Oh, that's not bad. Oh, that's crazy. That's surprising to me.
Yeah,
And want to hear something funny?
tell me something funny.
With the people considered to be failure of Wonder Woman 2, Wonder Woman 3 was announced 2 days after the release of 1984.
Really?
Yeah. Are you excited to
Huh.
see another one?
Why?
Why? It made it has the best pandemic box office numbers though.
Oh,
You don't want
really?
to hear how low it is though.
Hmm.
Only 16 million.
Oh, that's
Oh.
unfortunate.
Yeah, that's the perfect reaction to that is just oh.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
Cuz
I don't
like
really know what I expected if I'm honest.
mm,
Just
so you know the rule of thumb that's like um however much money is spent on the budget, if you double that, that's the total amount of money spent on the movie. Jackie boy, you still there? All right. Jack died, so I'm gonna keep talking. I don't know what happened on his end of things, but I hope he's okay. Um, so the general rule. Oh, sorry about that. The general rule of thumb, whenever it comes to making films and stuff like that, is the if you Google the budget of the film, it say for Wonder Woman specifically, it was $200 million. If you double that, that also includes the amount of money it spent on like trailers and stuff like that. And Wonder Woman only made 16 million at the box office, and I'm not a mathematician, but I can go ahead and guess that 16 million is not 400 million, and that's gonna
hello?
hurt. Hey Jack, how's it going? I was talking the entire time.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to
Well,
go over what I said so you get a little idea?
I give me a little synopsis.
Okay. Do you know about the doubling the total cost of the movie to get like I mean, you double what however it took much money it took to make the movie and that's the total cost for the movie?
Oh no, I didn't.
Okay. That's a little rule of thumb because like that the number that it takes to make the movie is not including the number like the amount of money it takes to like sell the movie, I guess. You know what I mean by that? By having like trailers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if you double that, that's how much money they need to make from the movie. And Wonder Woman having a opening weekend of 16.7 million, I'm pretty sure that's nowhere close to 400 million.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
That's gonna
Okay,
hurt.
I'm gonna start recording on my end for Spotify. Okay,
Oh, Jack,
we're back.
no.
Yeah, sorry, I had to cut that whole bit. My Wi-Fi just dropped out, and now we're back on Spotify's end. But on
Oh
YouTube,
no.
you're gonna get to hear that whole bit.
But that's an important bit. That's like a good bit of news.
Oh, that like you have to. We'll
It
just we have
the
to,
movie cost $40 million.
and
It
we
made
got 16.
16.7 this weekend. It's not that's bad. I was talking with people. Like they don't understand what whenever I tell them that they should have pushed the movie back a year because the way my brother said it, he was like they're a big company. They'll be fine no matter what money they make. But it doesn't matter. They're still in debt $40 million right now.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter like how
no,
big
it's
the
just not
company
good.
is. It's not good anyway. Like if you make $1 billion a year and you just got someone just stole 40 million, I mean 400 million from you, you'd
It's
be
nothing to scoff at.
like you're not gonna be like if you make $1 billion a year, you're not gonna be like, oh my god, this is number one priority. But you're like, what the hell? Why?
Yeah,
It's still a
it'll
problem
be
no matter
yeah. $40
what.
million is still $40 million
It's still a
at the end of the
problem.
day. And see, if we didn't have that little fiasco, I wouldn't have got that passion out of you
You're
about
right.
that $40 million.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Okay. Soul was also the movie. The Disney Pixar movie Soul was also released along with Wonder Woman, and that one apparently has a lot of good reviews, and I'm
Oh, I
excited to
heard.
watch
Yeah, I heard
that.
it's really
Yeah,
good.
I heard that it was similar to Coco in a way, and
Oh,
Coco
okay.
was really good, so I'm okay with that. You got any
Sick.
news you want to talk about, Home Slice?
Uh, shit. I thought I might have, but I don't think I do. Um, I don't know. I was gonna say, now I got this. This is not movie news, but
That's
podcast,
fine.
I guess, related. I got a Paul Atreides Funko Pop, which is the main character from Dune. So
Okay.
now it's getting me back in the Dune.
Yeah, but it's a year early, Jack.
I want it though.
I know you want it.
Yeah, you need to see the first one.
I probably won't see the first one unless someone recommends it on our Instagram or Twitter or YouTube.
That's okay. That's it. Now
No,
somebody
but
on our
no.
Instagram.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna tell your friends to do that, and I don't want
Okay,
that.
I
It has to
won't.
be anonymous.
I'm gonna say it right now on the podcast. So if you're listening to this podcast, DM us at Mediak Podcast
If
on
you know
Instagram.
me, if I'm not gonna do it. It has to be some random person.
Okay,
If I know
whoever's listening to this,
whoever is listening to this,
don't know us.
if you
DM us at Mediak Podcast on Instagram, and
and
if somebody says it, we'll watch Dune.
if a singular person says it, we'll watch Dune.
Yeah,
I don't
but
want
we
to do
don't know
that.
directly.
I don't want to. I don't want to watch that movie. Not. I
It's
mean,
so. It's not even like no. It's
we're gonna say
there's
it's not even
nothing to
bad.
describe it.
It's probably
It'll
bad.
make for a great one.
That's probably what I can describe it.
Do you want to go through some of our recommendations to watch
Yeah.
movie wise?
Wait,
Okay,
you mean like
so
what we watched this week, or
oh no, I was gonna say on our Instagram I like polled people and they said what some people wanted us to watch.
oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, um, I
I
think
did.
Ashlyn wanted us to watch Midsummer.
Okay.
Eh.
This is why I didn't want to do this because I know that everyone's gonna be like picking garbage movies.
Wow, wow, calling it out. I
I
see
am
this.
calling it out. I'm specifically calling Morgan out for saying that she wants to watch the Titanic garbage film. I don't want to watch that. Jack had to like convince me to watch it. He said the only way I'll watch it is if it's down the road a little bit, and he has to watch it with me so that I can complain the entire time to him.
Yeah, well, which we could do. Oh shit. And then Skylar sent something that we should watch, and I don't remember what it was
Okay.
because it disappeared. And all I said was, okay, good one, but I spelled it wrong.
Okay. Well, are you
Hmm.
wait on the Instagram? Because I just checked on the Instagram and I don't see any. I see the only one I see is from Morgan.
Oh, well, Ashlyn said something,
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah.
and
Okay, I see
then,
it now.
yeah.
Yeah. And you said, yeah, good one. Yes. I don't know
Good
why
one, yes.
Midsummer is a good one. Have you seen that movie?
No, I
I can
haven't.
straight up tell you it's not a good one.
I thought everybody loved that one, though.
I thought everyone hated that. My brother, I think the most angry I've ever seen my brother was after he saw that movie.
Really?
Yeah, he came home. I was in the basement watching TV. Austin opened the door and he goes, "Are you gonna see Midsummer?" And I said, "Probably not." And he goes, "Good. Worst thing I've ever seen in my life." And he threw down the ticket, ran upstairs.
Wow.
Yeah,
Maybe we should have him on the
we
podcast.
should have Austin on the podcast for watching Midsummer with us.
Yeah, and then I can interrogate him about how he forgot about me conveniently after I kicked his ass and smash.
Dude, honestly, I don't, Corey apparently beat me that day too, and I just don't remember it. And he keeps bringing it up, and I
Maybe that day
legitimately do not
never
remember.
happened.
I don't think that day happened. I don't think Broly
Except
happened at
for me
all.
and Corey.
I think the only people on the planet that remember us going to see Broly is you and Corey, and that's it.
That was a great day. Not that you would know.
Yeah, not that I would know, because apparently it conveniently is taken from my memory.
Oh my
Whatever.
god.
What did you watch
Oh,
in this week, Jack?
I'm almost done with Dexter.
Hey, good for
So
you.
close.
I
But
watched 3 episodes of Monster.
did you like it?
I do like it so far, but it's only 3 episodes. I was disappointed in my media intake for this week. I mean, not really. A lot of stuff happened this week,
Yeah.
and the only time I ever got home wanted to chill. I just wanted to play video games and watching TV.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't like a nothing crazy.
It was nothing crazy.
Chill week.
I read a decent bit of Tokyo Ghoul because I want to finish that because I got Berserk for Christmas.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I got the thick like book with 3 of them in it, and it's literally leatherback, and it's kind of sick.
Yeah, they are kind of sweet.
Yeah, that was awesome. Very happy about that. Um, is you got all your great stuff for this week, Helm Slice?
Yeah, I can't think of anything cool.
Wonderful. That's fine. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. We won't see you before the new year, so happy New Year's. If you want to give us some movie ideas, feel free to, and also write down what your favorite gift for Christmas was.
Yes.
Goodbye, everyone.
See you guys.